Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. Welcome to Post to Post. My name's Neil, and I'm so happy you could join me for this one. I'm a hockey guy. You can see the jerseys in the background. You know, I love hockey. I'm not a big NBA guy. I'm not a big basketball guy. But when they came out with these jerseys, I thought, wow, those are incredible. I need to rank these. So, disclaimer, this is not an educational video. I'm not here to, enlighten you or educate you on any of the reasons behind any of these jerseys. I don't know them. I'm just here to have a genuine conversation with you, a reactionary conversation, so to speak, and to just kind of show them to you if you haven't seen them before, because if you haven't, you're going to be amazed. These are awesome. I have ranked them from 1 to 30. We're going to go through them in reverse order, 30 to 1, my least favorite to favorite. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm curious to know what you guys are going to think of these, because I haven't had a conversation with anyone about these. So please leave your ranking or your favorites or least favorites down below in the comment section. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button. I'm doing sports rankings all the time. Okay, let's do this. In 30th position, I have ranked the Dallas Mavericks. Even though this is last, I still like it. Honestly, I like all of these jerseys. I just like this one the least. That's really what it comes down to. The side pattern is interesting, how it's not a straight, strict line that goes down. It's got a bit of a bend to it, so I do like that. I think it's mostly just the coloring that's kind of almost sand kind of color. Just throwing me off a little bit. Number 29, the Orlando Magic. To me, this looks more like a baseball jersey to me, with the pinstriping kind of going down. So I know it's a basketball jersey, but when I look at it, I just think baseball. And kind of for that reason, that's where it is. Number 28, the Atlanta Hawks. Nothing wrong with this jersey. Nothing that's wowing me. I would say just kind of like a generic kind of average jersey. The collar and then the section around the armholes kind of looks like a Letterman jacket a little bit, which isn't really a positive or negative thing. Just wanted to point it out. Number 27, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I like that kind of neon pinstriping that kind of goes around. Strictly stark black and white, gray, whatever jersey, and just that little splash of color up here just makes it pop a little bit. So maybe a little bit simple, but still nice. Number 26, the Toronto Raptors. My favorite team. I'm Canadian, live in Atlantic Canada, and when I do watch basketball, it's usually in the playoffs. Actually, pretty hardcore. I watch basketball in the playoffs. Watch playoff basketball, and of course, the Raptors are who I follow. So honestly, it's just average for me. I can think of maybe some better designs. They're my favorite team in the NBA, and I've ranked them low only because I'm a little disappointed. My expectations are a little bit higher from my favorite team. Number 25, the Houston Rockets. I maybe would have liked to see something implemented about Houston. They're called the Rockets for a reason. It's a big space city. The space industry has a lot of involvement in the city of Houston. You know, the famous line from Apollo 13, Houston, we have a problem. I would like to see maybe some of that life implemented into the jersey because of what's to come, and you'll see that. So I like the colors, just maybe a little bit plain. Number 24, the Los Angeles Lakers. Absolutely fine jersey. I really like the light blue, almost like a desaturated blue. The lettering is done very nicely. It kind of reminds me of the New York Rangers in the NHL. Sorry to make this a little bit hockey related, but that's all I can kind of relate to it as far as an example. But simple, but good. Number 23, the Boston Celtics. This feels super classic. And I mean, the Boston Celtics jerseys and uniform have always looked very basic, and I mean that in a positive way, respectful. So I would expect this, the specialty jersey, the city jersey, to look exactly like this. So I mean, they kind of nailed it, but maybe could have done just a little bit more. Number 22, the Chicago Bulls. The lettering and the numbering, how they're using a different color, kind of to create dimension here, is pretty neat. I'm not sure about that color though. Again, the sand color that's being used, or that's almost, I don't know. It's hard to, like, desert color. I don't know. The stuff on the side is probably a miss for me, but at least it's unique. Number 21, the Sacramento Kings. Love these colors together. I think those colors complement each other very well. And you can't really see the side of the jersey here, but there's a bit of a checkered pattern. I'm going to say thumbs down to that, but the rest of the jersey, I like it. Number 20, the Golden State Warriors. This one throws me off a little bit because it reminds me of, is it Carl's Jr. or Hardee's? I know they're kind of the same company, and depending on where you are in the United States, you get a different. Well, anyways, their logo kind of looks like this minus the blue. It's outlined in red or it's outlined in yellow. I can't remember exactly, but that's kind of what that reminds me of. Not that that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's a fine jersey. It feels classic and respectful. So I think this is entirely what they were going for. Number 19, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The font is what sells this for me. I'm used to those colors, so no issue there. But the font is it's not pretty, but it's grungy. It's artsy in a way, and I like the life that brings. Number 18, the Detroit Pistons. Kind of, again, a respectful jersey. Nothing fancy going on here. Colors are traditional striping. So just a safe bet here by Detroit. Number 17, the Portland Trail Blazers. Love what's going on down on the side. It's very maybe late 70s, early 80s kind of vibes, and I have not seen this jersey in person, or not in person, but on TV or in an actual image. I just have this rendering. So that to me, it looks like a very deep, like chocolate. It doesn't look black to me on my screen. If it is that kind of brownish chocolate, I like that. I think that is wonderful. That really kind of blends in with the striping style and colors chosen along the sides. So I do like the decision here. Not a fan of the red pinstriping above, though. Number 16, the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is unique. If you can see what I've gone through so far, and you'll see what I'm going to go through, this really does stand out as being a bit unique. Nothing special, just kind of splitting up the jersey with 2 shades of blue and some texture in the numbers. Number 15, the San Antonio Spurs. Again, kind of like 80s vibes I get from this just because of the striping, or maybe 90s with this one. Early 90s when those bright colors started to come into play here. And so, simple jersey, but I like that color in the middle. I really do. Number 14, the Memphis Grizzlies. You got texture all the way through. You've got some crazy designs. I'm not even sure how to just describe that pattern on there, but that's awesome. They got it in the collar too. It's not pretty. It's busy. It doesn't even really meld or match well, but it's different. It's different, and I like different. So thumbs up. Number 13, the New York Knicks. Gradient. This jersey is all about gradient. You've got a gradient from orange going all the way up to blue into black along the sides, and then the actual logo itself. You got white gradient into blue to purple into orange. Yeah, this is just different, and in the gradient in the numbers as well. So I like gradients. Number 12, the Los Angeles Clippers. The style of text or font chosen here is very tattoo-like, and LA is known for being a bit of an artsy city. There's lots of tattoo parlors and shops in LA, so this totally makes sense to represent the city that way. So I really, really like this decision by the Los Angeles Clippers. It's exactly what it should be, but still maybe a little bit dull. But it's still number 12. It's in my top 15. Number 11, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kind of like that other one a couple of ones ago. You get the color in the middle. This one just adds just kind of another element all the way up to the neck. Good job, Oklahoma. Number 10, the Philadelphia 76ers. Just simple. I mean, they're using black as their primary color here, and just instead of adding like a new super intense skyline, they've just kind of gone old school, almost like middle school kind of drawing, I guess, if that makes sense. To me, that works. It feels respectful. It feels historic. You can see almost a reflection as well down below. So just a really nice, subtle jersey here from Philadelphia. Number 9, the Washington Wizards. This is a really, really good jersey. I find the logo in the middle a bit awkward with that super long hand going up, but it is an interesting design. It's quite clever. But the best part is the fact that it's not white. It's gray or silver, whatever the descriptive color word you want to use. And then the side representing the American flag. That is awesome. Love it. Number 8, the Charlotte Hornets. Probably the team that's in the NBA with the best color combination. I love their jerseys. And then they come out with this mint green kind of one here. It's just it's one of the ones that stand out, and that's why it's in the top 10. Number 7, the Brooklyn Nets. Unique, super unique, almost like a tire tread pattern all the way in the entire front of the jersey. The Nike logo is colorized. The kind of like graffiti logo on the front, and then that splash kind of 90s color along the sides. You remember those cups that you used to get? I think they were white and then they had splashes of color. If I can find an image, I'll put it up on the screen. But that's that's where I get the inspiration from there, and it looks like one of those '90s cups. Number 6, the Indiana Pacers. Listen, there's nothing spectacular or new here. We're used to these colors. And the pinstriping does get a little baseball vibes, I admit, but blue and yellow look so good together. And this is a simple jersey, but it looks amazing. This is one of the best NBA jerseys I've ever seen, regardless of a specialty city jersey, a regular jersey, whatever. I really like this one. Number 5, the New Orleans Pelicans. This one is very cool. New Orleans has a big French influence, and you can see it here in this jersey with the fleur-de-lis, and then it almost represents the flag of France. I kind of get some Canada vibes in here as well, some Quebecois. So I like this one a lot, New Orleans. Good job. Number 4, the Phoenix Suns. So good. Kind of get early 90s, late 80s video game vibes with it's everything. The gradient is all pixelated. It represents kind of a skyline of not, I was gonna say mountain. It's not really a mountain, but a range, a mountain range. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. It looks good. I like that a lot. It looks classic. Number 3, similar, the Utah Jazz, but done just in a different way, representing a sunset. And I've personally been to Utah. The sunsets are incredible. I love Utah. And but staged gradient, black, and then starting up the lighter colors and staged lining like that. Man, it looks so good. Number 2, the Denver Nuggets. Kind of the same thing, although burgundy is the primary color, which is amazing. And then that just crazy lineage. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. Just very tight lineage going up there in that little section, and then a mountain there, and then in the negative space kind of in the mountain, showing the skyline of Denver, which is awesome. But a nice another little subtle touch here is if you look down in the bottom right, you'll see a number. Well, Denver's known as the Mile High City, and how many feet are in a mile? 5,280, and they have that represented down here at the bottom of the jersey. So I think that's just a really nice little subtle touch. And number 1, I mean, if you're familiar with these city jerseys, this has to be number 1. Like, it has to be. The Miami Vice. I mean the Miami Heat. This is huge Miami Vice vibes for me. The colors are just in your face. It's just I wouldn't change anything about it. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. I do not collect anything NBA. I do not have an NBA t-shirt. I do not have an NBA hat, a sweater, a jersey, nothing. I've got baseball stuff, I've got football stuff, I've got hockey stuff. I've got nothing NBA. When I saw this, I was like, damn, I need to buy this. I went online, I looked for it, I couldn't find it. So I didn't buy it, unfortunately, but I wish I could have. If I was more in tune with the NBA stuff, as soon as this released, I would have bought this online instantly. That's how much I like this. And it would have been a really nice first NBA merchandise item for me, for my collection, my sports collection. So unfortunately, I ain't gonna be able to get this one unless it goes for sale, I guess, somewhere. And I didn't. Maybe they've got extra stock somewhere or something. But without a doubt, this one's my favorite. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you're here because you like hockey and you watch this video anyways, I appreciate you. If you're new because you're an NBA fan and you stumbled across this video, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button. I'm going to re-rank the NBA logos. I did it 3 years ago. I feel like I didn't do a good job, so I want to redo it. 4 years ago. Wow, time flies. I want to redo it, so keep an eye out for that video. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button. I'm also doing other rankings too in baseball, hockey, get some rugby stuff coming up, and a bunch of good stuff. So thank you for watching and spending a couple minutes out of your day with me. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you real soon in another ranking video. Adios.